My question to you all, what were you doing at the age of 14? Think about it. Me? I was just playing some backyard cricket, playing cricket for my high school, and watching Naruto. That's all I was doing. Regular schoolwork, playing backyard cricket, playing schoolboy cricket, and just sitting in front of the TV and watching Naruto non-stop. Well, we saw a history today, and this history was made by a 14-year-old child in the IPL. Man scored a magnificent century. Gonna talk about it a little bit. Plus, we're gonna be talking about Dr. Shallow. Gonna be taking a look at what he had to say as it relates to the Breakout T20 League. We're also gonna be talking some women's cricket. So just give a listening ear until the end and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, so let us start with our president, Dr. Kishore Shallow. Taking this one from the Sportsmax website, the headline says, Shallow stresses significance of West Indies T20 Breakout League. It says, Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shallow relished the excitement at the start of the T20 Breakout League as he emphasized the tournament's long-term importance to the region's cricketing future. All right, they say Shallow described the league as a necessary and strategic move to reshape how talent is developed in the Caribbean. Let's take a look at Shallow now. So this is what he's saying, and I quote, "This league is a bold, forward-looking investment in the future of West Indies cricket. The West Indies Breakout T20 League is a proven ground for the stars of tomorrow. We are unhearing in a new generation of T20 cricketers, and today is the first step on that journey." You know, end quote for now. He was talking when they were about to play the first game, right? So he went on to say the Breakout T20 League is designed exclusively for emerging players, and it serves as a key part of CWI's talent development pathway, right? So, you know, and we have seen a couple of players so far looking real good, right? So this is him again, and I quote, "This is a significant investment in this format and in the future of West Indies cricket. We must do what is necessary to stay competitive in today's game and position ourselves for the future. That means backing our young talent, creating high performance environments, and laying down strong foundations for the future." End quote for now. You know, when these guys go on to become T20 superstars, I guess we'll be able to better say, well, we had a hand in their development, right? we played, CWI that is, played a big role in their development. You know, so I am hoping that as much as I want them to perform, we saw some good performances from some of them in the 4-day championship. So I don't want them to totally graduate from that, right? So I want to see some of these guys performing well. I want to see them rising up and showing that they have what it takes. But at the same time, I don't want them to, you know, switch, because a couple of guys that performed well in the 4-day championship so far, you know, they have done some work, especially the bowlers. Talking mostly about the bowlers. Probably about 2 bowlers I have spotted so far that, you know, they are continuing the good work that they did in the West Indies Championship. You know, we know that they are not yet facing or playing against established superstars. So some might say you can't read into the performance too much. Well, what I will say is you play the cricket that is in front of you. When you move up, then we have to hold you and say, listen, you gotta step it up. But you play the cricket that is in front of you. All right, let's talk a little bit of women's cricket, then we'll talk some IPL. So Cricket West Indies announced fixtures and squads for the 2025 Women's T20 Blaze. All right, so the Women's T20 Blaze. They say Cricket West Indies has announced the complete fixtures and squad list for the CWI 2025 Women's T20 Blaze, which will take place from the 1st to the 11th of May in St. Vincent. And as we get closer to that, I will go through the squads, right? Just wanted to give you the date here. So once again, it will go from the 1st to the 11th of May. So the tournament represents the pinnacle of women's domestic T20 cricket in the Caribbean and will feature the region's finest talent across 16 matches. So when we get closer to that, we will take a look at it. Right, we have Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, Leeward Islands, Trinidad and Tobago, Windward Islands, right? So when it's time, we'll definitely look at the squads and look at the dates and the times and stuff like that when the games will be played. So that is it for that part. All right, moving on over to the IPL now, my people, where the excitement happened today. I wasn't able to touch on it any earlier than this because I was all caught up and stuff at work. But we saw history today, my people. We saw history today. Yeah, man, history, right? The youngster, 14-year-old, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. I'm almost sure that I butchered the name, but Vaibhav Suryavanshi, only 14. Man scored 101 off 38 balls today. 101 off 38. Right? He was instrumental in Rajasthan Royals winning their game against the GTs. Right? Against the Titans. They won that game there by 8 wickets. Now, let's just take a look at it. The Titans batted first and scored 209 for 4 off their 20 over, which is not bad at all. Right? They were led by Captain Shubman Gill, who made 84 from 50. Jos Buttler was left not out and 50 from 26. Shubman Gill 5 fours and 4 sixes. Jos Buttler 3 fours and 4 sixes in that knock. Right? In terms of the bowling, we saw Tiki Sharni getting 2 for 35. Archer 1 for 49 from 4. Sandeep Sharma got 1 for 33 from his 4 overs. So that's basically how that part went. Now when it was time for Rajasthan Royals to chase, it was a whole lot of fireworks, my people. They put together 166 before they lost the first wicket. As a matter of fact, Jos Buttler actually put down the centurion when he was on, think about 6 or 7. He ended up getting that 101 off 38, 7 fours and 11 sixes at the age of 14, my people. At the age of 14. Very impressive. Jiswal, he carried his bat. He made 70 from 40, 9 fours and 2 sixes. Right? We saw, as I said, the youngster, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, 101 from 38. And, Ryan Pragg, the captain, he got 32 from 15, 2 fours and 2 sixes, not out to get the team across the line. So some very, very good batting there by the Rajasthan Royals to get that victory. Shimran Hetmeyer, he didn't bat. He wasn't needed. They got across the line without Hetmeyer. Only 15.5 overs it took them to get that, my people. So let me know what you all were doing at the age of 14. Big up on yourself.